Hello comrades and friends, and welcome to another episode of Grixis Grind. Today I have improved on that Grixis deck that I showed off yesterday, and I've changed it the way that I think is better. So some changes that I did is I've taken out some cards and I've put in other cards, obviously. I've taken out the Thassa's Intervention, and in its place I've put in Whirlwind Denial and Chemister's Insight. Now, Chemister's Insight is only a one-off because you can use it twice in a round, and assuming it doesn't get exiled. So you don't actually need that many copies of it. Like you could do 2, but I wouldn't do 3 or 4 in this deck because it's not the sort of deck that needs to dig that hard. There is a slight non-bow between Chemister's Insight and Kroxa, because if you exile the Chemister's Insight from your graveyard with Kroxa, then you can't draw the 2 cards, and if you jumpstart the Chemister's Insight, then it's all fine because you still have to discard a card for the Kroxa. Other than that, I've also put in Murderous Rider because I thought that it needed more single target removal. I was originally toying with Bone Crusher Giant, but I convinced myself out of it. I've chucked in some Opt, just for some early game card draw, mana fixing, whatever. Yeah, I've also gone down by 1 on the Kroxa because I thought 4 was a bit too ambitious. In sideboard, I've put in Mystical Dispute, because against flash decks or control decks or, anything like that, it's just amazing. I've gone down on Thief of Sanity, so I could up the dispute. Otherwise, I've kept it pretty well the same. There's an argument of having Agonizing Remorse main deck and 4 of them, and then 2 Thought Erasures sideboard. That would make the early game easier, at least game 1, easier to be able to cast, because we're still having the problem of requiring blue-black and red-black on turn 2. But with those problems, I think I've really helped them out by adding an extra land, so now it's a 26 land deck. And I've rebalanced the mana base to have more. So it originally had, I think, 3 Temples of Epiphany. So now I only have 1, and I've added 1 extra Temple of Malice and Deceit. And I've done that because the mana rebalance, blue-red as a combination is the lowest out of the other 2 mana combinations. So obviously Dimir is the highest combination right now, and then Rakdos, and then Izzet. So I've gone down on that. I've kept all of the shock lands at 4 because, well, they're the best fixing that we have right now. I thought about going up to 3 Fabled Passage and having more basics. For example, currently I'm not really in love with Castle Locthwain, and I think, honestly, another basic would be better in its place, simply because I've never really activated the Locthwain right now with this deck. I've done it with other decks, of course. in Grixis, I generally find Castle Vantress to be better, because of the scry is better than the draw and lose life. And the second one is that there's lots of aggro coming about today, and recently, and Locthwain makes you lose life, which, well, yeah, not good. Losing life is bad, most of the time. It can be good in some circumstances, but anyway, main point is, I think Locthwain probably should go and replace it with a basic of some sort, and maybe one less steam vents for another Fabled Passage, but I think that's cutting it a bit too much, really. Any other changes I would make to the deck, honestly, would be... I don't think I would change too much more. I'm really open to suggestions, though. Maybe I'd have less libation or more libation in sideboard, less cry. I could be convinced with only having one cry or having flame sweep in its place. You know, Agonizing Remorse as a 4 of mainboard and 2 Thought Erasure sideboard instead, or more Agonizing Remorse mainboard. I could be convinced to take fully out a Thief of Sanity or something like that. I personally like Thief of Sanity, but some people don't. Some people think it's not the meta for it. I think it currently is, but that is very subject to change. So if Esper Control gets even more coverage, I guess, then yeah, definitely. If Azorius Control, then you can possibly lower the amount. If then, say, the Simic Ramp deck sees more play, then you could probably play more of the Thief of Sanity, because, in my opinion, Thief of Sanity is good versus Simic. Anyway, I've rambled on for way too long, and yeah, so I'm gonna get to the gameplay. On my Sunday, so Monday in Australia, there won't be a new video, as I will be instead trying to start up a street kitchen to feed people for free. It's just some charity work that the Communist Party does through the Community Union Defense League, and yeah. So yeah, sorry, but I won't be uploading on Sunday, so Monday for when it actually uploads, because I won't have the time. So thank you very much for watching, good luck in your ranked games, and I hope you have a really nice day. It's a bit of a do-nothing for a while. The scries can be nice though. I think I mulligan. Okay. I need some red mana. I think I'll probably dump the Bolas. And just temple it up. Alright, well, I hope I find it. So I want to keep the intervention in case they drop a, what's it called? That's pretty good. So that's a shock. As much as I like that, I need land. Thank you. Now I'm missing out on double red. Or any red. It helps me dig, but I don't particularly like it. Do I just not have red mana in the deck? Maybe not. Maybe I just imagined it. That'll be the shot. Yes! After all these years. Haha! Yep, more red mana. I like. The next turn I'm going to Rampage. And then maybe Kroxa? No, I can't really afford to do one. Because I don't want to pay life versus mono red. And they'll just discard the mountain because they don't really care about their life either. Okay. But if I do it now, I can actually play Kroxa next turn. I'm gonna do it. I can block that for days. Okay. I can Storm's Wrath. Get rid of that Brim Rock. Hopefully they play more stuff out. There we are. Well, guess we win from here. Yeah, that was pretty good. That top deck. Nutty. Okay, so just like last mono red game, I want that, that, and that. And I don't want as many Nikki B or Chandra. I don't want as many Thought Erasure. I think otherwise it's fine. Okay. We do go second though, which isn't very good versus mono red. I mean, we've got removal, but it's turn 3. Can I afford to wait that long? But it's also building up towards the end of the God-Eternal, so I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'll keep. Well, I've already kept, but that's my reasoning behind it. That gives me untapped land. Yeah, okay. Because if I can play untapped land without having to pay for it, then I'll be happy. Okay, my turns are pretty... Well, my game plan's decently full end from here. Let's get rid of that. They get 2 tokens. But that massively reduces their power. That's pretty spooky. Yeah, that's a worth it pay. Keeps me alive for a bit. I can make them sack the giant. Yeah, so play the untapped land, sack the giant, and then have Whirlwind Denial up for counterspell. Depending on what they play. Because it could be something that doesn't have haste that I can enter, or it could be something small. Yep, that's fine. That is very fine. Hey, we got a light up the stage, that's good. Let's see what's on top. We don't need that. But we win! I'm gonna mull than that. Oof. Well, I'm keeping that, I guess. I wish I didn't have to, but I will. I probably get rid of the Temple of Epiphany. Nah. Depending on what they play, will decide whether I go Temple or Untap. Or what I draw, because Thought Erasure, 2 turns in a row, is pretty good. Ah. Team of Flash. Let's do this first. Okay. Fuck me, that means that they get a Wilderness Wreck if they draw a land. No. So I need to hope they don't draw a land, essentially. I got double blue, let's give them double red. I would prefer it if I got lands that weren't tapped. Please, no land. Did we manage to skip out on them drawing land? Big if true. Ah, motherfucker. Fucking shit. Probably counter that borrower. Yeah, because I can't play Bolas until that borrow is gone. I guess we're just going to be sitting here for a while. Oh, let's shake up the deck a little. Some riveting gameplay that people definitely will like and subscribe for. That's fine. You know, you already have one. That's pretty funny. Are you gonna let me go to my main? Thanks. So I think that's an explosion. Dream Eater? Commence the endgame? Or are you just gonna tap the other ones too? That's his intervention. And then tap that for blue, green, bounce, Bolas to hand. Why not?
My schemes are never ending.
Let's play Kroxa. Make them discard again. This is a double discard so far. Oh, you're gonna regret that. I'm just gonna replay it, dude. Okay, they had Nicol. Yeah, I probably do want a Discovery Dispersal, try and dump shit into my yard. Whatever they have in hand, they're just gonna play. Actually, they'll be playing Uru though. It's still not worth it. Okay, the intervention's good. At the very least, I can exile that from his yard if he doesn't play it, but he probably will. Okay, well, he'll play one then. Can't play both. I want to get him to draw. I want to draw. Storm's Wrath. Eh. That's okay.
I outsmarted you eons ago.
Pay 2 for that. Are you sure? I could Storm's Wrath. Alright, I want to see what's on my top deck. Yeah, I think I value this.
Yes, scratch
Because you're top decking, I'm top decking, but I'm top decking with Kroxa. Alright, let's go play Kroxa first, make them discard. So I want them to get rid of lands and shit.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
Yeah, that's alright. Alright, now we'll play Kroxa. Make them lose 3 more life. And pretty much just set up a pretty mega board state. Oh no! Looking bad, man. Denial is really good.
Let your weak minds come.
Okay. I want that, Libation. Do I want Warboss? Yeah, probably. Youth of Sanity? Yeah, probably. What don't I want? I don't really want Eat or Murderous Rider. Don't really want Storm's Wrath either. I'll keep Erebos' Intervention. Do I want less of that? Can't really justify cutting much else though. Maybe I'll just cut an Opt. Okay, Warboss makes this hand pretty good. And Ashiok can bounce a Reclamation. I would really like to scry, find some discard. Kappa's is nice too. So I have a pretty solid 3, 4, 5 gameplay plan going. Alright, that's just a what's it called? Growth Spiral. Good card, that. So, do they get Wilderness Wreck? No, they don't. Interesting. What's this? Ashiok Erasure? Nightpack Ambusher? Oof, that's spooky. Oh, are you being cheeky? So I'm gonna play this now, so then I know. Okay. Phew. We're okay for now. They could have like Disdainful Stroke, Mystical Dispute, or even just a Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower. Okay. So they've just turned into like a flash deck, essentially. At this point I do need a block. Oh, whoa, what's this? Yep, okay, that's game. Nightpack Ambusher. That's very rude. Well, if that's the case, I might put Murderous Rider back in. Maybe I don't like Legion War Boss. Okay. I'll probably do the Remorse first. It's a very reactive hand, apart from the Remorse. Actually, Remorse and Kroxa. Yeah, I'm gonna get that going. Alright, let's see if we can find... no land is fine. At this point... So that's the counter spell. Okay, at this point I don't need more land. Okay, they're just gonna be keeping that up. Yeah, this is going a little slow. Okay, well they have the expansion. There's gonna be Thasses for 2 for Expire. This is going well. Well, they can't pay 4. So if I play that, I can Thought Erase. If they want to intervene, it'd be Thassa's Intervention for 3. So that would tap them out. Otherwise, they could expansion that. I would have to Whirlwind Deny that, and then they could Thassa's Deny me. And yeah. Well, let's see if they expansion it. If they do, then they've made the right choice and they're gonna win out. Yeah, then they intervene for 1. Oh, okay. How many cards do I have in my yard? 4. That gives 4. Mystical Dispute's really good though. Like this late in the game, maybe not so much, but... you can all go for a good counter spell every once in a while. What are you doing? Oh, load of nothing. So here's what I'm doing. Fine. Oof. Yeah, okay. We'll see if I can make them sack a creature. Because that allows me to play Kroxa. And if they have a counter spell, I can Mystical Dispute it. Oof. Rough for you. Oh no. Good game.
Anyone who stands in my way.
No way you can gain enough life now. Fucking nice. Real fucking nice. So I'm pretty happy with the changes I made to the deck. I definitely thought that 4 Kroxa was a bit overkill, especially in a deck that isn't running Lazav. Some more things I would still change. Maybe the Discovery Dispersal. Like, I like using Discovery, and it's useful with Kroxa, but it feels a little bit unimpactful, for now at least. Otherwise, only one Ashiok can be a bit of a problem, but I can see why, because 4 Storm's Wrath doesn't mesh well with the one Ashiok. In terms of any further changes, it has been, like, I have had Deny the Divine suggested, which is a 3-mana counter spell, and it's right there. So that exiles it. Currently I prefer Whirlwind Denial because I think that while it doesn't exile, and while it does give them the option to pay 4, it counters abilities. So even if your opponents, like, say they play a Hydroid Grixis and you deny the Divine and you exile the Grixis, well, that's all well and good, but they still get the life and the cards. Whirlwind Denial gets rid of both. What if they go and play, maybe they play a Planeswalker, and, or they have a Planeswalker on the board, and they use that Planeswalker to, like, kill something that you need. Well, you can Whirlwind Denial it and stop it. And yeah, like, Deny the Divine is a really good card, don't get me wrong, and I really like it. I just think that Whirlwind Denial is a little bit better, because it's more versatile, and it can counter abilities. While the Exile is really useful, the Exile is only really useful against decks that... only really useful against like the escape cards, and like certain reanimator decks. Otherwise, it's not really that useful. Like, I say that in quotation marks. It can be really good, but I think Convolute that can counter abilities for each spell and ability, by the way. So if they use the stack, then that just ramps up, 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 and up, and up, which is just really good. Otherwise, in the mana base, I think I've managed to fix the mana woes that the deck had originally. So, see the split is 18, 23, 13, and there's 26 lands instead of 25, and that high black percentage rate means that most of the dual lands are gonna be like black and something else. Which I think is the better way to do it, and hopefully it leads to less early game mana woes. Anyway, today had some pretty decent showing of the deck, and hopefully, as I improve on it over the next few days, it continues to do so. So I thank you very much for watching, good luck in your ranked games, and I hope you have a really nice day.